Welcome. I am Crime Queen, and if you are joining us for the first time, it's the channel where we have fun with words and numbers, numerology to be precise. This is where we actualize self-love with the use of scriptural references and, of course, seeing how they have shaped our lives. And just to review, remember, reveal, all the REs is what we are dealing with. Now, while I am saying this, of course, I'm doing this presentation with the view or intention to look at why it is said that we were born in sin. And I meant to have done to check some reference, the exact text, for instance, which I hadn't done, but I can still go over that. But I think we have enough information to make our findings to make it seem, not make it seem, to reveal its self to reveal itself, to reveal, because revealing itself, whatever it is we are doing, we are really doing us. We are doing us in that we are, it's been a reflection of ourselves. So that was something very, I woke up with this thought in mind today. And then it was very, very profound. So the message that I got from Mother Eve is that everything, we have heard it many times, but everything is a reflection of who we are and what we are. But how that came to me was really looking at Adam. So, and looking at the gods, and that means I have a duty to look at the gods and how they, their makeup. So I know, for instance, the God of creation, or the God who created, was the God of reaction. Because reaction and creation is really the same. So that is the two mirror. One is in, one is out. So basically everything that we see on the outside, we are seeing a mirror of that which is in the inside. Now, for instance, Adam would be the made God, the God who made, of the 14 gods that we have in the Bible. So we have seen that we have a God who formed, for instance, and perhaps that would mean the God who framed, but I haven't worked it out yet, how that sits within us. So the God who formed, in fact, I think Mother Eve is saying just do the work, and she's going to, there are times we don't need to have it, so let's do it on. So we see F-O-R-M-E-D. So M-E-D. We could say there's from, okay, so we see from, F-R-O-M, from, and there's E-D is also 9, meaning that it would be the signature of the 9 gods. So that's something now Mother Eve is just telling me now about learning the words. When we have ED as a sense of the past tense, Mother Eve is saying that this is really the signature of the 9 gods right there. Okay, so the God who formed is really the God from. So from that, something is formed. That is the mirror image of that. So here we see, and the other thing we can do is the numerical value, of course. There we see 10 and 15 is 25. 25, of course, that is 7. So that's the God who, so it's from, where there is the God of 7, and we could add 9. There we see it takes us back to 7 anyway. 8, that would be 9 plus 7 is 16. 1 plus 6 is 7. So in actual fact, ED, this is something we have just learned now, that ED, as in past tense, is telling us that the derivative of the formed. Although I thought that formed was really from the first set of gods, which is the 9 gods of Genesis chapter 1, and then we have 5 gods in Genesis of chapter 2. But let's continue with this. And of course, Mother Eve is going, if necessary, will interject like she does and to show us something. So we see born in sin. I have covered this in a couple of the presentations, but I think it's nice to be able to really look at this a little bit closer, because we have taken on a degree of guilt, and we must note that everything brings forth fruit after its kind. The more we feel guilty is the more we feed the tree of guilt, the tree that really gives us a cyst, that gives us cancer, that gives us all kinds of stuff. So we don't really want to do this. Already we see born in sin has 2 eyes. That means we have our 2 physical sides, eyes to look from. The word in here is the first word in the Bible, so we know that's 59. Now it comes in this second position, which is what Mother Eve has told us to start counting backward. Backward would be 5 9, sorry. I am saying it, but I'm writing something. Because to count backward like Mother Eve has asked to do, is that I'm finding myself sometimes writing backward, which is why that's how the message had come through. I was actually writing the word let like this, and I was wondering, why was I doing this? And that's how it came to me that I had to tell, and I also had to count backward. So it is 5 9 8 7 6 5 4 3 2 1. So we have 10 numbers because 5 is repeating itself. Now I can see. So on the template, the other template, it's like, wow, this is delicious. So basically the middle number now would be 6. Mother Eve wants us to see ourselves as 6, to understand that we are the makeup of 6. She has showed us the way to ignite the Kundalini. Wow. Oh my, this is really something. This is something. I had gotten the message, but I had not been able to make much sense out of it. So basically, Mother Eve has been beckoning us. This is where it is said, when you are in 5, you are a new N-E-W, you are a new creature. Now, actually, I've only after 500 presentations understand that it also means that the creature is man right here. I kept saying it's fox, but it's not incorrect either, because fox is number 6, and we need to be cunning and smart as a fox. But it is saying that you are a new man. Once you get there, you are new man. This is whether you are man here, you are in man, you are new. So let's take off all these. So here we have IN, which is the main word for the Bible. It's the first word. Now this is all intuitively done, but this is a robust template. We can see that. So here we have, this is where Mother Eve comes into. Let's put this here. We have IN right here. When we add the numerical values for that, we do get 5 right there. So there we are seeing, of course, when we get there, it's like, when are you going to get there? W-E-N, M-E-N. Remember, we are at liberty to position ourselves in a way we could see the W as 3, as E, as M, and as E, which becomes the 8-petal flowers. The 8-petal flower is that which Mother Eve eats and chews and swallow and digests. And I get a picture of a dandelion flower, actually. And I don't know, if I knew the proper spelling for it, I would do the dandelion. I just get the picture of it. Dandelion, L-I-O-N. We just go with the flow. Mother Eve is, however it comes out, it is correct right now, because she has given us the spirit of sound mind. 4 1 5 4 9 3 9 6 5. Okay, there we are. So this is 11 and this is 20. That makes it 20 here. That's 32. 32 plus 6, 32 plus 4 is 36. 36, and so that would be 46. Wow, 46. That's 4 plus 6. Wow. 4 plus 6 is 10. And we have just said that Mother Eve is giving us 10. 10. Wow. 10 numbers. Mother Eve gives us 10 numbers. The dandelion comes to mind. Dandelion is a yellow flower. I have kept this there for the energies of balance. There are 3 master numbers here. And we have the 2 eyes in dandelion. We have 2 N's in dandelion. We have 2 D's in dandelion. This is, wow. Oh, please see this with me. This is really incredible. This is really incredible. So we have the only 2 odd numbers here. Well, it's not the only 2. We have 2 D's. That's D, D, and D. We have 2 I's right here. We have 2 N's. And we have, what we have left is A-O-L. Wasn't there AOL? I think there was a telephone company, AOL, or AOL. It's incredible. Just incredible. Okay, AOL, so that gives us 163. And this 163 equals 10. Okay, Mother Eve has certainly got a message in there for us. So dandelion, I believe, is something that we have to work with on here. I didn't check the amount of letters. Dandelion, let's see. D-A-N-D-I-L-I-O-N. So we have dandelion is 9 letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So should we say dandelions, meaning more than one, and have it? I think that would be, I'm getting the message. That is something that we're going to be exploring for this template with the new set of numbers. It's that the yellow flower, which is on the ground, of course, grows on grass. So we are looking at yellow on green. Yellow is a master number of 11, so we are still working with Jesus. We are still working with the Number 2, we are in the 2 sets of 2 sevens, because the word 7 equals 2. It actually equals 2. So there's something to explore on that. Okay, but wow, this is incredible, really incredible that we should have these 10 dandelions. It just came to mind. Okay, so we are talking about born in sin. We want to look at this, that we can see how we have been indoctrinated, this is with the view to turning the table over like Christ did, and to have a new perspective, new viewpoint, present ourselves the opportunity to do that. When you are born in, like we saw Christ was born in, we are born in. Okay, let's look at the word born first. We see B is that it consists of the 13, the number 13. That is important. We look at that 13, and let's look at the word 13. The word 13, we have done this before. 281925555. We won't do all the numbers, but we just do this because the B, the first letter, tells us about everything else. It has a message in it. 10, 20, 30, 37. So we are talking about 10. We can see how Mother Eve is really flowing here. So this would be the third activity that I am doing right here now, and we have get a succession of 10s, 3 10s of 30. So 30 is 3. We see, so we can see there is number 10 really presents perfection in that sense, and it coincides with Mother Eve's, the said God, her first word, which is L-E-T. Let's do L-E-T. When we do the numerical value for that, which is because we have the said God here, that's who we are going by. That's the God who is instructing us now to count backwards. She's the God of language. 3, 5, 2. When we add this together, 2, 5, 3, that's 10. 7 and 3 is 10. Okay. So this is 4 10s we've had directly. We are looking at that. Born in sin. Now, what came to me on one of the presentations, and it was very touching, that I felt this is one time I said, oh my, we have really been lied to. The S is Mother Eve. And that's when I got to understand Mother Eve had made her presence felt so much that she moved through me. I felt her energy in me. I felt it so much that the emotion was almost overbearing. So that's what the serpent is. She is balanced in that sense. If you were to divide her hair, for instance, she holds the same shape as above, so below. We hear it all the time. As above, so below. I think I see some people have it as the belt. They call it the belt or something for the equation, or something to that effect. But this is where Mother Eve is. That's Mother Eve. Okay. And then, because the first word of the Bible is IN, which is 95, which when added together is 14, and further added together gives us 5, which coincides with Christ, C-H-R-I-S-T, or Eve, or Buddha. I think it's Buddha as well. Let's see, G-G-A-H. Is it 2 D's? But let's go with the spirit of sound mind. Here, 4, 4, 1, 8. So this is 8 and 8, 16, 17, 18, 19, 23. So 23 we have for Buddha comes under that. The Kundalini, Kundalini, and we see the eyes in Kundalini is we see the word Kundalini of all of those giving more a direct depiction of what sin really is. Sin in that sense, we could say, is when you have not paid attention to activating that rise for that movement. That would be in direct correlation with the first of creation, when it says the Spirit of Christ moved upon the face of the deep. There we are required to move, have a movement, have that spirit, the S, the serpent. The serpent needs to be moving. It can sleep, and it will sleep, but there is a time it needs to move, and that's what beckons us to move. So we had those words. We had the pyramid, which I just really love, and I have a list of words so you can look at for my presentations on that pyramid ID. We see A in the middle again, which has the same numerical value as S, and so we have 7, 7, 9, 1, 4, 9, 4. Okay. And all these 4s and 9s are telling us something too. So this is 13 and 13, 26, 26 and 14, 26 plus 14, say 15, because we have that one here. So that's 11. So that's 41. 4 plus 1 is 5. This is the sin that we were born in. We were born in that sin, in where it is in. But the Bible, when it says in the beginning, God created heaven and earth. We get that intro, which is the stage opens up very broadly there. And it just opens there and says in there, gives you like it's like the scene that had happened behind the curtain. And then afterwards, you get the stage that says, and the earth was without form and void. There you get all the references that was not, put it this way, that says, and it was with, and it says out, void, form. Here we see form. It was without it just kept our attention on the outward. It didn't take us back to inside until perhaps on verse 20, the 20th verse or so, when it said, and the waters, now that would be the God said who would be talking here when she says, let the waters bring forth fruit, bring forth abundantly all living beasts or creatures or something to that effect. So then it gets your mind thinking of where are those things coming from, and it does say the waters then. That the waters bring forth. So there our minds are in and out. You can get the image that something is coming out of the waters. And we have seen that what comes out of the waters is life. Life is 5. So when we add this, as we have done, 9 plus 5 is 14, of course, and we have S here for 14 would be 15, because that's Mother Eve. 15, 1 plus 5 is 6. That's why we have, so the serpent is actually the sin, letting us know our makeup in those 3 sections of the sack and of the rift that we go through, which it feels like a rift right now. And then with the ice age that we are going through as well, we are going through an ice age in that we are coming to number 7 where it's getting cold. It's getting cold because we need to get going, get our ship in shape. Okay. Then there is another scene that happens. So we have, this is really saying beginning, BEG, because we're talking about beginning. We trying to get into beginning, and beginning, let's see how many letters we have, because first of all I thought beginning might be what we need to use as the 10-letter word, which I don't recall counting. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So beginning is 9 letters, and it also consists of 9. Okay, I mean the numerical value. Okay, so this is 2. Oh, we need to do born, so let's not go too far and let's do born. 6 9 5. Okay, so this is really a numerical value of 2, and I did say we did do 13. Okay, so let's count this. So this is 8. 2 plus 6 is 8, and 5 is and 9 is 17, 18, 19, 20. This is 22. Born is 22. I thought it was 23. So let's see this. 2, this is 15, 20, 22. So basically, born is really in that incubator again. 22. So that really comes, that double effect, which when we add 1 plus 3 is, it gives us 4. Like 2 plus 2 is 4. So born is the incubator. I did do the numerical value for that. So this is 4, and we had 5, and sin is 6. Of course, we see Mother Eve, when it said Mother Eve is the sin, it's no lie. We have the direct correspondence with that, which means we are of sin. That's the understanding. It's not about the fruit like we have been told about the fall of man and all that. No. Let's look at the other sin. When you are born, there is a sin, SCEAN. That's what is that correct? SENE. SENE. That's what Hollywood is about, scenes. So I'm wondering if there's an SEAN that's shown. Okay, so that's 1 3 5 5 5. Again, Mother Eve is very present here. 15, 18, 19. So on our scale, the sacrifice scale, she goes from 1 to 9, which gives us 10, like we started with. Then there's another sin that we have, which is SEEN, because people see, people, they have to be seen to, in that scene, of course, is a visual play, is a visual thing. So 1 5 5 5. We see Mother Eve is there present in those scenes. Each of these scenes is 5. That's the serpent alive. 15 and 1, 16. 1 plus 6 is 7. So if we add these scenes together, all that scenes, because they didn't tell us exactly which one, and we add a construct of all of them anyway. So this is 7, 1, that's 8. 8 plus 5 gives us 13. 8 plus 5 gives us 13. Is that, yeah, 13. We go back to the incubator. So this is where everything is done, in the incubator. That's the sin that we are born with. When you are born with. Hence, you are in hospital, you give birth to your child, and there is a lot of things happening. There's the doctor handling, the midwife handling your child. There is a scene going up and down. People are talking. Voices are being spoken, uttered, and that's in and out. The baby was in, and then it is out. The mother is in the hospital, and then it is out. All our movement is like in and out. Now that is what gives me now an image of beginning. It's like successions of scenes and of voices and of ins, the in and out, and of sights. So even in our minds, when we don't hear something audible as a voice is being uttered, then we are still able to visualize and hear things and dream. These are scenes. That's the scenes we were born with. And we are meant to ask for forgiveness of those sins. Of course, forgiveness as well is another word that we need to explore, because it had already been for means to be. That's another thing. For is also for, as in the letter, as in the number 4, as in your north, south, this north, south, east, west. That is also for. And for is to go forward, forward. So forgive is also, because again, the absence of Mother Eve hair makes it sound as if it is a crime. Forgive is that you are thinking ahead. You are thinking ahead, so the scenes that has happened, because you are moving from scene to scene. You're moving from one scene to another. That's what we do when we watch a movie. So I hope you have got some sense out of this one. And of course, we do need to go through that forgiveness, but it's freeing ourselves, learning how to do this, which we can cover in other areas. Thank you very gladly. Let me thank you for taking your time to stop by, and if you're new to this channel, thank you. If you are a subscriber and you thank you, just thank you. Okay.